Art-Centric showcases the creative world of the Arvada Center. In this segment, we meet two actors whose roles might just surprise you.
Hi, good morning, 'cause we're lucky, going to work with cute core. Paramount is paradise.
The 2010 season opener at the Arvada Center SUNSET Boulevard put a light on the dark side of early Hollywood, with Broadway veteran Ann Crumb playing faded film star Norma Desmond.
With one look, they'll forgive the past. They'll rejoice, I've returned at last.
It's a riveting look at the downfall of a star. But as always, fascinating things go on behind the scenes as well. Take, for example, two actors with both on and off-stage roles. Rob Reynolds plays a repo man.
Don't give us any fancy footwork.
Valerie Hill plays the assistant to Mr. DeMille.
Oh, maybe I could give her the brush.
But I also understudy Norma Desmond, which is a huge thing to partake in.
And Arvada Center patrons may also recognize Hill from the box office.
Hi, this is Valerie. How can I help you? Oh, sure, great. You want to see Sunset Boulevard?
And they've seen Reynolds' craftsmanship on stage in the form of a luxury limo. To top it off, they're married to each other.
We get to do what we love, and sometimes we get to do it together.
The two met while working dinner theater in Akron, Ohio, nearly 2 decades ago.
I was in the producer's office, and the phone rang, and the secretary said, "Valerie Hill is on the phone for you." There was at the time an African-American drag queen in Akron, Ohio, named Valerie Hill. And I knew they were looking for variety acts for the show, and I thought, this is incredibly progressive for a dinner theater in Akron, Ohio. So I'm expecting a tall African-American drag queen to show up on the first day of rehearsal.
And that's who he thought I was when I first walked in, because of the name. And when I introduced myself, he fell off the chair on the floor laughing, and I didn't know why for 2 weeks, because he wouldn't talk to me about it. But that's how we met.
And we've been together ever since. That was 18 years ago.
Much of that time was in New York. But beginning in 1998, Reynolds landed occasional roles that brought him to the Arvada Center. And 4 years ago, the couple took the plunge and moved to Colorado. They audition and perform on stage whenever possible, but love their off-stage roles too.
It's not unusual for actors to have another job to pay the mortgage or pay the rent. It's just the way it is.
For Reynolds, his talent for building things keeps him busy. Columns for Evita, parts of the Big River set, the helicopter for Miss Saigon.
You saw the show, the helicopter came in this way, had a little pilot looking around, which was, people still come up to me and ask if that was a real guy, and it was not an actor. That was an autonomous robot pilot.
In Sunset, an iconic moment comes with a luxury Italian car.
Rob Reynolds, who again never ceases to amaze me, after building the helicopter for Miss Saigon, he jumped the chance, literally, to build this car.
The car for this is a 1929 Asada Fraschini. It was an Italian car built from the early 20s through the early 40s. And ridiculous cars. I've done a lot of research on it. In 1928 or 29, you would buy the chassis of the car for $10,000. And then you would have the coach work, the body work, the interior done separately. I built the frame of the chassis. From there, I went to actually a motorcycle graveyard, found we needed spoked wheels, so I found the spoked wheels there, built the front suspension, put some wheels on it, shaped the body of it.
A little paint, and voila, an Italian luxury car.
If you will pardon me, madame, the shadow over the left eye is not quite balanced.
Hill's offstage role is at the box office.
So I help people get to know what's here, what's available as far as shows, as far as concerts, education classes. It's been wonderfully eye-opening. I get people who say, "Oh, that show was fabulous, I really enjoyed it." And then one of my coworkers will say, "Oh, well, the woman you're talking with was Fontaine." And then there's, of course, the comments of people who didn't like a show, and that's completely valid as well.
When not performing in a show, Hill also sometimes manages the house, meaning she's on the audience side of things. As for acting, most Arvada Center patrons do know Hill best for her role as Fantine in the award-winning production of Les Miserables.
Is there anyone here who can swear before God she has nothing to fear, she has nothing to hide?
That has been one of those roles that I'd wanted to do my entire life. Just a dream come true for me. It really was. It was the best thing ever.
As she wraps up her current role in Sunset Boulevard, Hill looks forward to another role at the Arvada Center this fall, teaching a musical theater class to teens.
I'm so excited. It's just going to be a blast.
Reynolds sums it up for both of them.
There's Gene Kelly's first movie, what he did with Judy Garland, For Me and My Girl, I believe was the name of it. And he has a monologue in there where he says, I would do anything to stay in the theater. I would block hats, I would shine shoes, I would sell tickets. Just, I love the theater that much. And I think that's what it is for both of us. It really is true. The people here that I get to work with are like brothers and sisters.
Every movie's a circus, on the wire without a net.
Sunset Boulevard runs through October 10th on the main stage. For tickets and information, go to arvadacenter.org or give the box office a call, 720-898-7200.